Hi.
Watch your backs. We gotta play this just right. Oh.
They gotta show some more God of War, right? And was that The Sims? What the heck was that? I gotta finish it. Oh, I gotta finish that game. The money shot of the PSVR. Okay, Sony, we get it. You have products. Cool. Now do they start with a trailer, or they start with talking?
Shawn Layden and Sid Schumann.
See, I have low expectations for this conference. I feel like Sony the last couple of years has, they've showed so much, I feel like they don't have a lot left in the chamber.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you could join us here, PlayStation Experience. Thank you so much for coming. Sean.
Is this a furniture convention?
I think we were going to play
Shawn Layden without a goatee looks weird.
Our way back and forth across the different segments here.
Right, and hopefully ending up with those nice postmodern gray office chairs. Man. This is awesome. Yeah.
In all seriousness, folks, it is unbelievable to be here again at another PlayStation Experience. So exciting to have all of you here. I really give yourselves a round of applause for joining us here in Anaheim.
This is
Wow.
this is the fourth one.
It's the fourth one. And I can't think of a better way to close out this highly memorable year than with my friends. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Really.
Yeah, it's incredible. And Sean, it's been a heck of a year.
Wow, hasn't it been just? It's been a crazy year, 2017. I think we saw a lot of great game releases. Any Uncharted fans out there? So, Lost Legacy was awesome.
Dang, did he do something to his teeth? What the heck happened there, man?
Amsterdam pulled together with Horizon Zero Dawn. And then without telling anybody, just kind of slipped the Frozen Wilds out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Sneak it out there. I mean, what's great too is the year got off to such an incredible start. Resident Evil 7, one of my absolute favorites this year.
Yes.
If you haven't played that in PlayStation VR, you haven't played it. Persona 5, Nier Automata.
Gotta finish it.
Right?
Persona.
Yeah.
Every mention of it
Incredible
hurts me. I
incredible
gotta
game.
finish
One
it.
of the strongest years, game lineups I've
Gotta
seen.
finish it.
My personal favorite, one of them anyway, is Everybody's Golf.
That's a terrific game.
Can we get some
Terrific
love
game.
for my golf game, please?
Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity
I
Rush
mean,
2, yeah.
you
Yeah.
could sit here all night, literally
Okay.
listing all the incredible games that came out this year.
Right.
But we've got a little bit more in
We've
store.
got other things to do.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
You know, I mean, I think it's such a special year. And I mean, then we had Paris Games Week. I mean, you know,
Went really well. We saw the reveal of Sucker Punch's new opus,
We sure did.
Ghost.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, that's going to be great. You saw some of that in the trailer right now, but there was a lot that happened in 2017, and we can talk about that, and we can share some of our memories.
He's hiding his shirt.
But 2018 is going to be another tremendous year for PlayStation, both in PS4.
Unzip that jacket, Sean
We're
Layden.
going to talk a
What's
little
under
about
there?
2018 here tonight. We're also going to bring you closer to some of the world's top developers right here. I think it's something that makes PlayStation Experience unique and special. You folks can be right here with us, all of our friends right here.
Thus, all the furniture.
And all this furniture right here.
We're going to try to build a super group up here.
You can tell us what you think at the end, but I think we have a special night here ahead of us. We're going to have some old friends dropping by, Sean.
Yeah, we're going to have our group chairman, Andy House, is in the house.
That's right.
And he'll be joining us later with our old friend, Mark Cerny.
That's right. PS4 system architect Mark Cerny's dropping by.
Right?
Are you guys fans of God of War? You like God of War?
I am excited
Okay.
for that game.
Corey Barlog from Santa Monica Studio. He's going to come in and give us a development update here tonight.
Right. The taxi's outside with the meter running, but Corey's going to run in here, deliver a report, and then get right back to the studio and get that work done. But then we're having Media Molecule.
Yeah, Media Molecule. Did you
Yeah.
guys check out the Game Awards last night? You see that new trailer?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Incredible.
yeah, doing great stuff.
We're also going to take another look at Concrete Genie here a little bit
Definitely.
later tonight. One we're all very, very excited
Yep.
about. Another one we announced at Paris this year. So we're going to have some updates on 2018 games. We're going to take a peek or two at the PlayStation Experience show floor, which I know a lot of you are going to be excited to check out over the weekend. And there might be a surprise or two in store, Sean. What do you think?
I think there's more than a surprise or two,
All right.
indeed. And we have some shots of that. We're going to go to that now, or
Yeah, we're gonna. So we got a big weekend
Okay.
here, and actually, one of the things I'm personally super excited for are the panels we've got going on.
Yeah, it's a
tomorrow.
great lineup.
Really killer panel lineup. I think the best we've ever had. I mean, look at this stuff here. We've got.
Oh, I like that.
Naughty Dog,
IGN ranks
one
the
of
top
two
10
panels. The cast
of
The
all
Last of Us
time.
2 will be right here, right on this
That'd be a fun
stage,
panel to be
actually.
on.
You'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see all the Uncharted voice actors for the big 10-year anniversary. Sucker Punch stopping by, Media Molecule stopping by. Super excited that Justin Roiland and William Pugh are going to be stopping by.
Oh, that'd be
I'm a
cool.
huge Rick and Morty fan. I can't wait to see what these guys are up to with Accounting Plus. So it's just a lot of great stuff.
yes,
Then can we talk about that show floor?
yes, the show floor.
Can
were
we
thinking
not?
about that earlier today. It's like nothing we've done before.
Yeah, we have some photos, I think, too, if we could show
Oh, can we
some
put
of
this up
those.
on the
Yeah.
screen?
Oh. Days Gone. I mean, that's an experience right there.
Well,
Get
that's
your phone ready.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that
the
didn't go
way
over
to get
great
to
at E3 though.
to get through that.
It was cheesy.
Are they ticklish? We'll find out
We're going to
tomorrow.
find out. Yeah.
Another one-
And one of them is a real human. We're going to find out which one that is.
Another one I'm really excited about. It's incredible. Shadow of the Colossus. Wait till you see this.
Now-
Tell them what they get to do, Sean.
So what you get to do, this
No
is one of the
way.
key Colossi from the game. You will be able to climb up the back of it
That's
and put that sword right into the center of it.
that's pretty awesome.
The thing you've wanted
And
to do
messed
when
up.
playing the game, you'll be able to do it now tomorrow at the show.
It's incredible. I mean, that's just a taste. There's so much more. It's the biggest show we've done yet. So I hope you all check it out tomorrow and let us know what you think. Got a lot of PlayStation VR here. I know not everyone gets a chance to go on with this.
Oh.
This is the Inpatient.
The impatient is here.
The Inpatient.
And-
It's super massive.
Oh, that was nice of Oz to sit in the wheelchair like that.
Yeah.
But you will be taken into this experience via wheelchair, and you will have an asylum experience, just like it is in the
They
game.
wheel you in,
Totally
they close
creepy.
the curtain, and you
Trust me.
play the demo. It's incredible. So,
It's not for the faint of heart.
not at all. So, around 80 playable PlayStation VR experiences
Right.
here over the weekend. And so, lots to see and do on the PlayStation VR front. But actually, Sean, speaking of PlayStation VR,
Right.
I believe we do have a new PlayStation VR game to reveal here tonight.
Yes, we do, and I think it's really important though to talk about the VR stuff. Get out there over the next couple of days and experience it, because you can read about it on the web, you can hear Sid and I talk about it all the time, but until you put the headset on and have a gaming experience like that, you'll never really know what it's like. So please, for the next couple of days, get in there and do that, because we have a new game we're announcing tonight called Firewall. Firewall 0 Hour, I think is the full title. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, here we go. This is the first gameplay we're seeing of Firewall. Now, this is actually from the folks at First Contact Entertainment. They're serious shooter developers. This is a team-based 4v4.
This
tactical
looks
first-person
exactly
shooter
like
in defense on the two teams. And there's
Ghost
a
Recon
emphasis being placed
from a
on
couple years ago.
the tense
I mean,
motions,
a much scaled down version.
peeking around corners here. We're going to see some of that here in the footage, but just a very early sneak peek for all of you here. Firewall is coming to PlayStation VR. You'll be able to use either a DualShock or your PlayStation VR aim controller if you've ever picked up one of those with Farpoint or something like that. So this is looking mighty promising, I gotta say.
Oh, it's incredible. It's so tense to be in that four on four, trapped in the room, throwing flashbangs and trying to clear rooms out of enemies.
Yeah, this is one we've been wanting to tell folks about for a while, and I know people who have tried it have really come out raving. So,
and it's on the floor.
That's right. It's on the floor here. You'll be able to play it this weekend, 4-on-4, Firewall. And it will be exclusive to PlayStation VR.
Stop clapping.
Excited to see that. So, Sean, what else do we have on the VR front? Anything else?
We have a gift. And a year ago, we launched one of my most favorite games, The Last Guardian. Any Last Guardian fans? It was such a seminal moment for my career, because I think I've been working on that game my entire career. And so
Felt like it.
We were able to ship it last year around this time. And in the meantime, Ueda-san and the group have come together, and they've made a VR experience based in the world of Last Guardian, where you'll be able to go in there and experience that with Trico, calling the beast and moving across a level.
It can't control any worse than the actual game did.
But we'll be putting that up on the PlayStation Store.
December 12th here in the U.S. and Europe.
And that's our Christmas present, everybody.
Right.
So please go get it.
Next
Download
week
that.
it's free.
Yeah.
It is actually a standalone experience.
Yes.
Don't need to actually own The Last Guardian either. So if you've got PlayStation VR, you can get The Last Guardian
here's
VR
some of it
demo.
right now.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Seeing a little footage here. Sean, do you think Trico's feathers are more plush and downy in VR?
Well, I think you can only rub
Oh
them
good,
one
I can
way.
pick up a barrel. I wonder if I can lift it over my head.
Yeah, there he is.
There, and you'll be able to call it.
Our fine feathered friend.
Yeah. It is. It's something else.
Sorry, I'm sour on this game.
So please.
I'm sure this VR experience will be kind of cool, but
And get in and try this, and then
Yeah.
on December 12th, go home, download it,
Go home and play it.
Enjoy for Christmas.
Nice stocking stuffer there. So that's The Last Guardian VR demo. Coming out next week.
Right. But wait, there's more.
There is more. There is more.
We like to go back from time to time and look at some of our classic catalog games that we have, because we believe that a great game is always a great game, and sometimes you have to refresh and bring them back on new platforms, because sadly you can't go out and buy a PS1 and play it. So what we have here is we've taken a game we delivered last year. We brought Wipeout back, and now we're going to bring out Wipeout VR.
Yeah, let's check out the trailer.
oh my gosh, I would throw up. That might be pretty cool though. That might be worth trying.
Now this will be an update that you'll be able to download to your copy of Wipeout, and this will add the VR capabilities to the game you have.
Yeah.
So you have to supply your own air sickness bags. We can't give you any hope of that.
Yeah, and the free VR update is coming early 2018, Sean.
Yep. It's on schedule, it's on time.
I think a strong start so far to 2018, and I gotta say, I'm actually really getting fired up about 2018 because I mean we've got Far Cry 5 coming early on in the year. Really excited for that
Yeah,
one.
that looks great.
Shadow of the Colossus, which
And
God
that's
of
gonna be playable on the
War.
all playable on the show floor, and Shadow of the Colossus is being played on PlayStation 4 Pro, and wait till you see that.
Yeah.
It is stunning.
Amazing.
But before we get into all the 2018 stuff, because we got some more to talk about there.
We got a lot of chairs here.
Got a lot of chairs here, so I wanted to revisit what I think is 2017's biggest game. So please welcome Herman Hulst from Guerrilla Games.
So you can feel like they don't have as much as they've had in previous years, I feel like. I mean, previous years they have not talked about past game, like
Ladies and gentlemen,
spent no
please
time
welcome Herman
on
Hulst.
what we did last year. And there's been way more talking in this conference than the past E3s and the past two PSXs combined.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Herman.
Hey, Sid. Wow, we have a lot of family.
Yeah, we do. Big family. Yeah.
We love
How are you guys?
Herman, you're looking rested.
You know, taking my time.
Yeah?
I'm here on vacation for 40 hours.
Well, I mean, from my perspective, 2017 has kind of been the year of Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, it's clearly a humongous hit. I mean, people have fallen in love with this. It's a tremendously great-looking game on PlayStation 4 Pro or on standard PlayStation 4. Nominations out the wazoo, and you guys just shipped the Frozen Wilds too. I mean, that's one hell of a year.
It's been a fantastic year. I mean, we worked on this game for 7 years, and then when you finally get it in the hands of you guys, and we hear about it and we see people being so active, it's just heartwarming for us.
Yeah, and then you got the Frozen Wilds, which you just put out too. I mean, that's a whole bunch of new content. It's unusual to see an expansion, I think, of that size come out the same year as a title as big as Horizon Zero Dawn.
And you know what? We actually just started working on it the week after we shipped.
Oh, yeah?
So there was no preparation, there was no time for that at all. It was a good chunk of content that we made in, 8-9 months. It's been a busy year.
Impressive. So, given the fact the game is a huge hit, what sort of surprised you most in terms of the fan reaction?
Wow, there's been so many surprises on this project. I would say just the feedback from the audience. I mean, we've had such amazing responses. We got this is a mail that Sean forwarded on to me from a president of one of the game studios. He had 4 daughters, and he just sent this note that his daughters, young girls, they rearranged the furniture in their home. So that they could practice like Aloy, because it was a character that for the first time actually looked like them. And it's these kind of responses, or it's the cosplayers that so many of them, they've come out to the studio, they've kind of become super fans, they invest so much in them. Or the sheer amount of time that people spent in the game. Photo mode, some people have spent weeks and weeks just not taking snaps, because it actually borders pretty much professional photography.
It's incredible, yeah.
So it's actually the extent of that kind of feedback that's been the most surprising to me.
Well, and it's great to have such a strong female protagonist that's been, loved by the entire PlayStation community. We've just created a whole new icon for our industry.
Beautiful game, one of my absolute favorites this year. Now, okay, from my selfish perspective, one of the reasons I'm so pleased to see Horizon be such a huge hit is because, well, it's a single-player game. And I love single-player games. I mean, I think it's fair to say it seems like people still want them. What do you think?
I've answered that question right there.
I think they're dead, man. The strange thing is it's by far our best-selling game, and it's the first solely single-player game that we've made in a long time. I don't really get the debate that much. To me, when you're somebody like myself, sometimes you're after this kind of magical, unbroken narrative experience, and there is no other way, really, than having that single-player experience. So there will always be a market for that. It's hugely important.
Especially in a world as unique and exotic and interesting as Horizon Zero Dawn, with the characters interesting and unique as Aloy. So
You don't want to be interrupted. You want to be in that magic spell
Yeah.
and stay there. And that's why sometimes a single-player game can be the best option.
absolutely, couldn't agree more. Herman, you're going to stay with us here tonight, and we're going to have some other folks dropping in. Thank you so much, Herman. Horizon is not the only narrative-based single-player game PlayStation's focused on right now. Anyone interested in a small, handcrafted artisan franchise by the name of God of War?
I am.
Okay, okay. Well, in that case, how about we welcome Cory Barlog? He's a creative director at Santa Monica Studio.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cory Barlog.
Hello, everybody.
Oh boy. Cory Barlog, great to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Here.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to cut to the chase on this one. Can we get a little bit of a status check on God of War? How's that one coming along?
Jesus, Sid, no kind of run-up?
No.
No foreplay, just right to it. Why not? Fantastic. It's going really good. We are in a final phases right now, doing a lot of play testing. He's very
So
excited.
much talking.
I'm very
Stay
excited.
excited.
But it is, it's a big game. I can't hear you. Louder? Freebird? Is that what?
You feeling confident, Cory?
Oh, absolutely.
Alright, guys, come on.
I'm feeling very good about things. I would love to be able to tell people when we're going to release it, but my dog ate the release date, so I don't have that right now.
Okay.
But I can tell you a little bit more about it. Right now, we are in the playtesting phases. In fact, this week we just finished up playtest. And over the last 4 or 5 playtests we've been clocking in, I think the total gameplay time is somewhere in the arena of 25 to 35 hours.
Whoa.
So
Huge game.
That's big. I mean,
impressive.
I got
it's
to
not as big as his game, but I'm getting there.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's getting,
That dude's face. Oh, that was so good.
10, 15, 20 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was telling people.
Yeah.
And then we sort of accidentally made it a lot bigger.
Oops.
That was just a
Yeah,
genuine
it's twice
great
as big as we
reaction.
expected. That's funny. So, Sean, a question I've been wondering about. Cory obviously has a very unique vision here for God of War. It is quite a shift from what we've seen from the last six games, I think it is, in the series.
Right.
So what was it about Cory's pitch and his vision that sold Worldwide Studios on this new God of War?
Right.
Well, he said he's shipping 2018. Cory has so much expertise and knowledge and special secret skills.
No, really, that's it. He'd ship it in 2018.
From university and reading all the forbidden, Norse mythology books they have in the back room.
This is totally true.
And so when he took me through his vision for the game and really taking it to a new place, not only by the camera angle, but the type of story we're telling, a more narrative-driven and not so like brawler-driven kind of game, I thought this is exactly the place where we need to take something like the God of War franchise. It keeps it true to its roots, yet makes it new all over again for a new audience. And that's what Cory sold me on. It took him about 90 minutes to sell you. I just told you in 4 minutes, but it was exactly what.
I'm a bit loquacious like that.
But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who's already shipped his game, and this is the guy who's in
Right.
crunch.
He is way more relaxed.
Compare and
right?
contrast. Okay?
What are you still doing here, man? You
I
gotta
know,
be.
right?
What's the bug count?
Right. I'm getting texted right now with the bug count.
So Cory, the game is at least bigger than I expected. I can say that based
Me
on what you've
too.
been telling me. It's large. It's large. So, but in a big world like that, how do you sort of keep a narrative focus? Like, how do you stay on track with the player?
Oh, very, very, very carefully. I mean, playtesting honestly has really helped us a lot to figure out how we keep the player focused. And one of the original things I was talking to people about was treating the game like a tour bus. So that you're in this massive world and we're sort of rewarding the player for being curious and you can kind of pull the string to get off the tour bus, which the tour bus is the narrative in this story. And you can kind of go look around, check out the world, but the bus is always a few steps away, no matter what you do. So it's kind of a fun exploration in the world.
The tour bus.
The tour bus.
I think we
right?
use the analogy of a theme park just around the corner here, Disneyland, for Making Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh.
We're a tour bus.
And that really was like a theme park.
It's a theme park.
It's amazing.
So, Corey, since we got you here, I wanted to run through the latest gameplay footage, actually, that we saw at Paris from
yeah,
God of
yeah,
War.
yeah.
But because we got you here, you can add some context and some information that we maybe didn't have back then.
Oh, good.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll that.
So
Go ahead and roll that.
I'm going to say something right away. I was talking about playtesting. We were still building the system for the kids' ability to talk in game, the banter system we call it. So
I haven't seen this
in
yet.
The game wasn't fully talking a lot. So when we made this video, I was dropping the audio in without us having playtested it. So I treat this video a little bit like it was a giant playtest with the world. So we sort of discovered as we sent it out in a playtest that was happening almost the same time this was coming out that we were like, oh man, he talks too much. We need to chill that out a little bit. So it was kind of a fantastic realization. This right here is just was meant to give you a little bit of a glimpse into sort of the moment-to-moment combat. Previous ones we had focused a little bit on the story and the tone and the world, and this is kind of giving you that sense that we haven't really lost that pick-up-and-play aspect of God of War. And all the
Yeah, it
encounters
still
to
looks
really
very brawlery.
allow the player to really open up and use their own creativity in each of the experiences, using the environment, using other characters against each other. It's very fun. And this is really just a area you find in the game when you're around exploring. So this is not even the sort of main critical path.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's kind of honeycombed with secrets and extra paths.
Honeycomb, that's nice.
You like that? Yeah.
It's good.
I don't feel like that revealed
It is
anything that was
absolutely honeycombed.
not already seen in previous.
Now, I remember there being something here at the end of this.
Oh yeah. Well, because it was Halloween, right? You just gotta scare the shit out of people.
Anything you can share about that particular ghoul?
That's the Revenant, one of the characters that we've introduced in the Lost Pages. And those are characters that are practitioners of safer magic, and they've been doing it for so long they've kind of lost their humanity and their sort of human form, if you will, possessed by the drug of magic.
The drug of magic.
Right.
All right.
And it's a honeycomb, right?
So we have tour buses, we have honeycomb.
Right.
That's right.
I'm so good at this.
Corey, it's been 6 games. This will actually be the 7th game, I believe, in the God of War series.
I think it's actually, if you can include the mobile.
I was
like on
wondering
8,
if, yeah,
right?
so
God of War Betrayal, man. It's all about that.
That's right. So how do you keep up with fan expectations? I mean, there's a big history with this title.
There really is. Very tirelessly, we are constantly getting feedback from our playtesters, paying attention to what people are seeing when we are showing stuff. This is a labor of love for everybody at Santa Monica. So a lot of people have worked on this franchise from the beginning. We care a tremendous amount about this game. So we hope that you all do as well.
Furman, I mean, you guys shipped this year. Do you have any advice or?
Keep going back to these.
I know. I'm trying to help you.
Right.
I'm trying to help you.
All right,
Furman, you
sure.
guys shipped. So you've been where where Corey is right now. Do you have any words of wisdom? Any advice?
Lots of coffee. No, so Corey's now in a place where your peak productivity, every hour counts. I really don't know what he's doing here right now. He should be back in the studio. But it's also the most interesting phase in the project where everything kind of falls into place. And I know because we're pretty close, Guerrilla Games and Santa Monica Studio, we actually visit each other. We do an exchange program. We have a lot of people that have been on site of this team. And I know that these guys are in a situation now where everything is falling into place. So it's going to be magical. I can't wait to visit soon.
Yes. I want to visit you guys too. I never have gotten a chance. Everybody else goes out there.
Invitation is open.
Right.
You're
All right.
busy.
Finish the game.
Totally going out there. We should crowdfund that.
Did we say that Corey needs to go finish
I
the
think
game?
you
Did we
speak,
say that?
you speak for a lot of people here. I think we can say that.
Right. We'll just delay the game. I'll go out there.
Corey, I don't know if you got a chance to check out the God of War booth that's actually being built right this minute here at PlayStation.
I have not seen it live in person. I've seen photos and then heard about it over the phone. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to, there's a lot of great photo ops. You'll be able to kind of wear the Kratos face paint, be able to don the armor, take photos. but there's a special reward for those who are brave enough to get their head shaven.
Yeah.
Any takers out there? Who's daring a novice?
Oh, wow.
To shave your head?
Well,
Okay, we're gonna do it now. I
Need more
left it at
razors.
home.
Corey, thank you so much.
Thank
We're
you,
gonna have some other guests dropping by here. On that note, it sounds like some folks here watched the Game Awards last night, right? Okay. We got an awesome new look at Dreams, and I thought it might be
Oh,
fun
okay.
to learn a little bit more about it. What do you think?
Teasing me with the
All right.
From
well,
Software.
Please welcome Siobhan Reddy from Media Molecule.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Siobhan Reddy.
Jeez, how many are they planning on leaving all these people up to talk this whole time? Oh, this might be a long show, man.
I made you shake it. One second.
Hello, good to see you. Hello,
Welcome.
thank you.
This is the more relaxing seat.
This is so
It is,
relaxing.
it's lovely.
I
Very
feel
nice.
separate.
Well, you could just
I
go.
feel apart.
This is the stress seat. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take it on. All right.
Siobhan, I gotta ask, I mean, what's Media Molecule been up to lately?
Well, we have just been so busy, heads down, getting Dreams ready for everybody. So we're so excited to be here at PSX and sharing the project. You know, for us, like we're a studio that loves to, bring new experiences and innovative new experiences to everybody, and can't wait to see what you're going to do with it.
How would you describe Dreams? I mean, it seems like a game that's kind of hard to describe, if I'm frank.
Well, I mean, so we did make Little Big Planet, and for us, Dreams is our next step into the Play, Create, Share domain. And I mean, in the trailer that we released last night, like the really important thing about that announced our story mode and sort of showed what the story is that we're making. But also the really important thing about that is that everything was made in Dreams. So, Create this time is that you can create absolutely anything. You can create games, you can create movies, like all of the characters, the animation, the logic, everything was made in Dreams. And so for us, that's what's a really big differentiator. And then you can share it with the world. So really, it is like that next step on with the.
So it's very much like Little Big Planet, except now they're giving you. Because people did that. People made
dreams or universes that
That's
we were
right,
kind of
yeah.
looking at.
short stories and things like
Yeah,
that in Little Big
Debug.
Planet.
So basically, our
This just
story
gives you
mode
more creation
is
opportunity.
three interwoven stories, and it's called Art's Dream. And here you're seeing Debug. This is the sort of more sci-fi theme. And we decided that instead of just sort of going with one type of gameplay and one type of look, we would do the three. So this is a sci-fi, and we also have the sort of film noir setting, which is point-and-click adventure, and there is the childhood fantasy, which is kind of classic MM with a bit of horror stuff in.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing this
Yeah,
right
here's
now.
the
Yep.
noir, yeah.
Looks lovely. I mean, it's so interesting to me. You could build something like this. I mean,
Oh,
They
well,
look so different, all of them.
yeah.
yeah. Well, that's sort of the point, because we want to show people the breadth of what can be done with the tools. And this theme here, the mystery theme, is it's absolutely gorgeous. The whole theme is just drop dead stunning. And for us, like, it was really important sort of to bring in these, painterly looks and sort of the chiseled characters. Here we have a map, and so this is sort of how the dream is laid out. And so you'll see that as you play through it, we're beginning here now into Art's Dream. So yeah, Art here is the main character, and this is again in the noir setting. But yeah, for us it was the idea of like taking these three different settings and sort of binding them together into an interwoven narrative for people to
And
experience.
not to belabor the point, but you've made all of this in the Dreams engine.
That's right. All of it is running real time in Dreams.
Right.
All made in Dreams, running real
And the
time.
tools are there that someone could recreate that.
That's right. Yep.
On their own.
Yep. They're all there.
Wow.
I mean, one
Yeah. I mean,
question.
that's the exciting thing.
Yeah, I've just always been wondering with this title. I mean, how far sort of does the rabbit hole go when it comes to genres? I mean, can you make like racing games? Can
Yeah.
you make RPGs?
Yep.
Can you make? I mean,
I think what we learned from LBP is give people the tools, and they'll be able
Yep,
to sort
that's
of
exactly right.
ordinary things. And Dreams is just it's just so much deeper than LBP. So I mean, for us, like we you know, we're so excited because there's absolutely the sky is the limit. And I think that we'll actually start to see.
Would you say it's No Man's Sky?
Different genres together.
Good one, Buckeye.
Now, this strikes you,
Unsubscribe.
Corey. I mean, you know, would there be any benefit to God of War maybe borrowing some of this Dreams technology? Would that help you get across the finish line a little quicker?
I would have had a release date today had I had.
Speaking of that, actually, Shaban, do we have a target release time here for Dreams?
So we're releasing 2018.
Great.
Yeah. So we're ready, getting ready. Yeah.
I would imagine you need some kind of beta or something to really launch a game like this.
That's right. Yeah. So we're going to do a beta prior to launch, but yeah, we're not announcing the exact dates just yet. But yeah, that will definitely happen, and we know that our community are desperate to get it onto the beta. So we'll be definitely doing that.
And so are your sister studios within the world.
I know. Well, you know,
Anxious
come on
to
over.
get-
Come on over.
Will do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
we
guys
get a
are-
copy early, right?
Yeah. Well, we'd love to do the jam, Worldwide Studios Jam. Like,
There
how
you
cool
go.
would that be?
I like
Yeah.
that.
Awesome.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
I mean, we're going to
We're
do
jamming.
it. Like, I just think it would be the best.
I'll cover the pizza for that.
All right, thanks, Shaban. You know, we've been doing a lot of talking here tonight. I kind of feel like playing a game, you know? I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want to play a game?
Play something.
Play a game with us? Okay. Any of you guys have any ideas about a fun game to play with friends? Yahtzee? We're
Conan.
going to just sit down and play Yahtzee right here on the stage. I've got an
Conan.
idea.
Ladders, yeah.
I've got an idea. That's Overcooked. Overcooked is a brilliant game. No, we're not going to play Overcooked up here. We're going to play.
We've done Until Dawn before in the group setting.
Yes, we're going to play Detroit Become Human.
As a group?
Please welcome Guillaume
would like to
from
see some of this
Quantic
game.
Dream.
De toi.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Guillaume de Fondemiere.
A lot of people.
A lot of people here. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. We got the idea from the very first PlayStation experience, by the way, where we fired up Until Dawn. Great game. I'm sure you guys are fans
Absolutely.
of it. And had everyone cheer and hoot and holler to decide what actions we should take. But before we do that, we'll do that in just a minute. Guillaume, I wanted to ask, what inspired Detroit Become Human?
Well, as you know, in 2011 we started to work on a tech demo called Kara,
Oh yeah.
and this Android that is getting built, and when it released in 2012, we showed it as a prototype. Everyone was asking us, what happens to Kara when she goes out into the world, and so David Cage and the team started to work on, what happens when she comes out. And so we imagined this world in about 20 years when human-like androids are really commonplace. So they're everywhere. They're taking on actually most jobs of humans. And although they look and speak and behave like human beings, they're only machines. They're really at the service of humans. And so in the game, you're going to play as 3 of these androids. Kara, of course, Connor, and Marcus. And they're each very different models. They have their own backstory. They have their own place in society. And as the player, you will have to make critical decisions that is going to impact their fate. So you're really going to be in control of the story and change the way the story unfolds.
I love games like this. And the great news
Seriously,
is
I'm
this
pretty
is
sure
playable
this is
here
more
this
talking
weekend
than like the
on
last
PlayStation experience.
3 or 4 years of Sony
But
conferences.
I don't want to wait. Why wait, right? I want it all. I want to open my presents right now. So Guillaume, take your position, please. Guillaume will be playing on PS4 Pro. And here's what's going to happen is all you early bird ticket holders out there, You're going to help Guillaume make decisions in this game, and you're going to do that by making noise, right?
I don't hear you well, so please. So a little bit of context. We're playing this hostage scene, which is the very first scene in the game. We're playing as Connor. Connor is a prototype. He's been
Is this
built
what we saw at
to
E3?
investigate deviant androids.
Two
Androids
years
that
ago?
all of a sudden do something weird. And so we're going into this hostage scene where the house android has taken a little girl hostage. And we're going to try and save the girl. X for Sean, no?
Flipping the coin, right? 2 fingers. Yeah, it does look good. This looks better than I remember the trailer looking at E3.
Okay, now I'm in control of the character. I can really move him around the way I want with the left analog stick. With the right analog stick, I can interact. So Connor is very intelligent. Shall I save the fish or not? Oh, too late, too late. There's no sound.
An android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. You. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Save the fish. Oh, the crowd is so hyped for saving a fish.
Remember that every action has a consequence. So at any moment you can hold R2 and you enter what we call the mind palace of the character, shows you your objectives.
I don't give a shit. My men are
Man,
just give the order.
this playthrough is
So
getting
here,
me
for
super
instance, I can
excited
see,
for this
like, the
game.
chalk
This looks
tapped
so
down.
good.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Okay, quick, so I can ask him about the deviant's name, emotional shock.
Has he experienced an emotional shock recently?
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach. Have you tried its deactivation codes?
The first thing we tried.
Stupid.
Listen, saving my kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Oh, that hurts.
Don't know if we said the right thing here, but okay. So, as Connor, the investigator, I have special abilities. One of his abilities of Connor is that he can analyze evidence, and if you find all the evidence, you can then
It's
put them
detective
together.
vision.
And you enter into the reconstruct mode. So you can basically reconstruct what has
Detective
happened
vision.
in a recent past. So here, for instance, you can see that someone has taken this wallet here. So the deviant took the father's son.
Gun. Son?
Okay, so we have unlocked something here, apparently, that we may use later in the game. So I'm going to further investigate this apartment, which is actually fairly large. So here, sorry, up.
Oops.
Success is going up.
So there's really nothing you have to do. Is that a dog here? Okay, now we know the deviant's name is Daniel. Maybe something that we can use later on.
I love the camera angles that this game is using.
So at any moment I can press R2 here and see, you know, those little yellow flags? That's an indication of everything that's interactive in the scene. So let's take a look at this person here.
Quiet crowd. Not listening to you. Poor kidney. Oh, this looks like he's having a hard time.
I have a bad controller, that we know now.
Good save.
Okay, and now I can reconstruct and try to understand what happened with him. It's really part of the gameplay to also play with the camera.
Yeah.
Try to find clues.
This is kind of creepy, Guillaume.
Okay, we found something. I've unlocked a new evidence that I'll be able to analyze.
Oh. Oh. You messed
Okay,
up.
now we understand probably what happened.
Messed up.
Deviant was going to be replaced. Didn't like it. Oops. All right, so that is a soft reminder that time is of the essence.
I really hope the game controls better than this. Like, visually, this game looks great. But you can see where you get snagged up on some of this crap.
Here again, I can reconstruct the events, try to understand what happened. I can turn the camera. And now I found a weapon. Should I take the weapon?
So they've really not showed anything. Like, we all know how this scene plays out from E3. But...
Okay, so now I have a 78% probability of success. Let's go.
Let's go.
I do think this dude could be doing a better job of explaining what he's doing.
Okay,
But
now we need to be quick.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump. Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor. How do you know my name? I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this.
uh,
Ooh, I need to approach
is he actually
slowly.
moving right now?
So, what do you want?
But you need to trust me. Let me help. I don't want your help. Nobody can help me.
Shall we hop the cup?
Boo.
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die. All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now? I'm going to apply a tourniquet. Don't touch him. Touch him and I kill you.
What should I do?
Okay? Are you armed?
Truth or lie?
I don't have a gun. You're lying. I know you have a gun. I'm telling you the truth, Daniel. I came here unarmed.
Okay, so now we can use what we've unlocked. Quick.
I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong. She lied to me.
It's good.
This is so good.
She loved me. But I was wrong. She's just like all the other humans.
There's some like
What should I do? Quick.
I couldn't tell if that was on my screen or if that was in the game. That something was kind of like breaking there.
You became upset. That's what happened, right? I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered. But I was just their toy. Something you throw away when you're done with.
What should I do? Quick.
Listen. I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software. No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I love them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
What should I do?
I'm your last chance, Daniel. If you let it slip, they'll kill you. Let the hostage go. You have no choice. I want everyone to leave. And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Quick. Shall we?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was fun, man.
I knew you would say that.
You can kind of see how, like, a lot of that stuff, you go through the scene beforehand and make sure you get all the stuff right, and then navigating through those conversations probably isn't that difficult.
You guys should be very
But that
proud
still
to
looked
save the
fun.
fish.
That still looked like a lot of fun.
That was incredibly tense. And I'll tell you, I played that 2 or 3 different times. I didn't even know you could do that. I would always talk them out of it, or, I mean, how many ways are there to solve that situation?
There are many ways, but more than the different endings, and that's true for this scene, but for all the other scenes, everything that you do has a consequence. And so you have to experience it for yourself, because watching someone play and playing it yourself is really totally different. But we're really trying to give players the possibility to make decisive decisions that are going to impact each of the characters' fate and totally change the story. And it's really our most ambitious project. It's the most branching narrative that we've ever created. And it's also the most incredible game that we've created, because we are touching upon certain themes that are, socially relevant. And we think that we're going to touch players on an emotional level and give them the opportunity to experience something really, really different.
Well, you touched me on an emotional level, I can tell you that right now. What about you guys down there?
Touch.
Yep.
Wow.
No.
Intense.
How many pages is the script? I need to know.
So David Cage says 2,000. I counted them. It's slightly more.
Yeah, slightly more. That's a lot more, probably.
Yeah. Well, we are at the end of the development, obviously, and we have thousands of story permutations that we're going through. It's hell.
So wait, you have been working on this for 7 years, and you said you were working on yours for how long were you working on yours?
Pretty much, yeah.
Seven?
I mean, that's the
Seriously,
magic
I'm
number.
5
It's the
years,
magic number.
less than 5 years.
He's the
worked
best.
for 2 years.
We're thinking about the game for 3 years, then we start developing.
Oh, there you go. So 10.
But it's necessary.
Everybody's just trying to top me. That's cool.
Finish the game, Corey.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to. Now I want to take an additional 2 to 3 years.
Do I have more time?
No, I'm just kidding. 2 years is fine. Yeah.
Great job, everybody. You saved the hostage. That was Detroit
And the
Become
fish.
Human. Play it this weekend.
That looked good, man. That demo got me excited for that game, which I wasn't before that much.
It is coming out next
Like, I
year.
played Heavy Rain,
I am buying that.
which is fun.
Oh my.
Oh, Guillaume, you just laid it right out there.
Exclusive.
That looks better than Heavy
Okay,
Rain was,
well,
though.
Very cool, very cool. Good stuff so far. But I gotta say, who wants to see some trailers? You want to see some new game trailers? All right.
We're getting into the good stuff now. They
Let's see some
spent
new
first
game
hour
trailers.
talking.
Roll it.
Annapurna.
So what is this? Like, hole simulator? It's kind of cool. You put trash in a hole and it gets bigger. You know what would be cool? If it actually ran at 60 frames per second.
Oh my
Dude, it
gosh.
does. Look at the screen. Does it have a platinum trophy? I don't know. I just started. So, like, what's the point of the game?
There's puzzles. If you collect the kiln, the hole catches on fire.
Oh, sick. This game has Updog, right?
What's Updog? What's Updog?
Whoa, whoa.
Seriously, what's Updog?
Okay. Simple little puzzle game, but it looks fun. Donut County. That's a good name. Try it. This is a VR game. Echo the Dolphin VR, that's what this is. It is! It's Echo the Dolphin VR.
Shooting star.
けこれも可能性かよなら全員ぶっ飛ばすだけだ
I wish I knew more about fighting games. I was always bad at them as a kid, so okay.
Hang on just a minute.
People get super pumped for fighting games, but as someone who was just always bad at them, Mortal Kombat, I got my butt kicked in. This is Soul Calibur, yep. Swords.
Next time, fight like you mean it.
I am ready to fight you.
This is kind of a one-sided fight here.
Oh gods, guide me.
Now we'll flip it around. Yeah.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Capcom.
And that means the Elder Crossing is upon us again.
Quite a sight.
Just wait till we're finished.
Soon, I hope.
The Second Fleet always delivers.
Yo, that is a big monster.
It's up to you to stop it. This whole operation rides on how well you do that. We can do this.
It's an ecological marvel.
One that easily dwarfs any I have ever seen.
Some cool looking fights.
Though we have learned much, what we have are mere facts, and not a single clue to what truth they add up to.
Use everything at your disposal. I want eyes everywhere. Fight hard and stay smart.
Don't stop! Keep going! We can't leave her!
Dang, dude.
If you two feel so compelled, then we will.
These monster designs are really cool.
At the end of all this.
What have we here?
Oh. Duh. That's why. For some reason, why did I not know Monster Hunter was Capcom? What? What? Oh my gosh. Oh, why did they stop the... Wow. That's kind of cool. How did I not know that Monster Hunter was Capcom? I feel dumb. That's definitely something I should have known.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andrew House and Mark Cerny.
Wow, a lot of people.
Yep.
So, Andy, you've been at the heart of PlayStation for over 20 years now, and you've been planning a change for the last few months. Is there a little you can tell everyone about that?
Sure. You know, in essence, I have been with PlayStation since the start, and I've been through some good times and some not so good times. And I think right now the business is probably in the best shape, our platform, our games, than I've ever seen it. And thank you. I hope you guys agree. And with that, and having finally achieved the creation of Sony Interactive Entertainment, bringing all of our company together under one roof. And then on top of that, having been with the same company for 27 years, 14 of those years working in Japan, it just felt like the right time to hand a great thing to the next generation, and for me to just go and find one more adventure.
So, yeah, the tribute at the Game Awards last night was definitely very emotional.
Yeah.
And so tonight we have a special guest who also wants to celebrate your impact on gaming. But before that, let's roll video.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave birth to time.
It's the same trailer from last night.
Once there was an explosion.
I'm gonna take a 10-minute break here.
Planets spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
I guess we'll watch this again, see if we can spot anything didn't notice the first time. 0914-137. Does that mean anything to you? You out there. 0914. I forgot the number already. Do you know what it means? Tell me. Porter? So yeah, this looks very like... It doesn't look like they're on Earth, you know? It looks like they're either on another planet or like dimension hopping or something. I just noticed the blue, white, and like orange stripe. Yeah, so this guy ages. It's super weird. He had a United States patch on his... Yeah, see, like blue, white, and orange on the side there. Oh. Wherever they are, there is lightning there. This is so weird. It's like there's that giant shadowy thing here. And I'm assuming that giant shadowy thing is the thing crawling towards him, but... You can see one in the background there right behind him. Yeah, see? Yep, right over his shoulder there. There are definitely arms like reaching up and grabbing him. And now this guy drops. Like, who is this dude? It looks like he's like giving him a warning. I don't know, dude. It's so confusing. What he is shooting at, like... So Norman Reedus' suit is definitely different than the other two guys, too. I don't know, it's probably just stupid to even try to understand what's going on. Now there's this big tall thing. It wasn't there before. There's a crab. So it seems like it just swallowed that dude, right? You could kind of hear him screaming up at the top, and then it pulled him in. It was weird. Yeah, so yesterday I thought this was like a tattoo, but it doesn't look like it's a tattoo. Like, it doesn't look like he has a tattoo. It's like he does have like handprints on him. Thing. There's a whale. There's a car. Now we're going to see that logo. This was the same patch that was on the side of their bridges. United States of America? I should have been paying attention to those wires. Like, what were those wires attached to? I don't bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb. Shakespeare. I probably quoted it wrong.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion. An explosion that will be our last.
Love to... Nah, yeah. Love to know what's going on in that game. I can't read that. Get that synth going.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hideo Kojima.
He has the little detector thing. Tell he's walking very carefully. Please don't break, please don't break, please don't break. That thing's going off, right? It's going to...
That trailer is a little strange, but the strangest thing is that after you played the game for 4 or 5 hours, all of that starts to make sense.
Really?
Rub that in.
So, Andy, I know you and Kojima-san have a long history together. How did you meet?
We met under the worst of all possible circumstances. It was E3, I was responsible for running the show, and I was hosting an event, and I got a call on my cell phone saying, Kojima-san's code has just been stolen by a fan from the booth, and you have to go tell him. So went out into the night. We had tracked him down to a restaurant, and we called him outside, and on the sidewalk in LA told him that his precious code had been stolen, and we had no idea where it was. And I remember the looks on people's faces as some short guy was bowing deeply on the sidewalk in LA to apologize for what had just happened. Anyway, the relationship could only go in one direction from there, which obviously up. So I'm pleased to say. Ne?
ご飯を食べてて、テラスみたいなところで食べてて、まあ平井さんも見ましたけど、アンジさんがなぜかこう近づいてきて、こうご飯を食べてたんです。
Yeah, we were eating
その事実
together.
を聞かされて、でアンディさんがずっと謝ってたんで。
We were eating at terrace, and for no reason, for no apparent reason, Andy comes out of nowhere and approaches, and then he tells the news and he starts to apologize deeply. I remember that.
And Kojima-san's face just went white as a sheet. I've never felt so bad in my life.
It's hilarious.
はい。
まさに。
その前からアンディさんとは結構会議とか、会ってますけど、まああの時がまあこうなんていうんですか、こうすごく近くに感じた時そうです。
It's hard to forget that. I mean, before that, I've been with Andy meetings and whatnot, but that was the first time that I really remember, closing the distance with Andy.
So, Death Stranding. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came together?
ですね、先ほどトレーラー出てましたけど、あれは実機で動いてます。プレイステーションプロで 4K です。はい。
So you just saw the trailer. That is all working in real time in a PlayStation 4 Pro.
で後半ノーマンがこう水中みたいなとこ漂ってて自分の中に入ってきますね。あそこはプレイヤブルです。
And also in the latter half of the trailer, you see Norman in like water, kind of swimming, going to his own body. That's playable.
Wow.
Wow.
How did Death Stranding come together?
What?
We can skip that. So, maybe the world knows. So, what are some of your favorite memories together?
What do they mean that was playable? Like that part where they're under the water? Like where he goes to his body? That's like you playing?
We often go and grab lunch or dinner together.
で大体仕事の話は我々しませんので。
And we barely ever talk about work.
大体70年代、80年代の、テレビドラマ、これは主にアメリカ、ヨーロッパとか、そういうのをすごく。
We mainly talk about 70s, 80s TV shows, mainly American or European TV shows.
Okay, so Kojima-san is being very modest here, because he will take on pop culture trivia in the US and Japan, 70s, 80s, and he will kick your ass. He's just an encyclopedia. I would also add that I think the most fun time most recently was sort of building a different form of relationship and seeing at first hand the sort of rebirth of Kojima Productions and having Sony be part of that has just been really.
It's a smart move. I mean, even just the PR is smart on Sony's part.
まあ独立するときにですね、まあいろんなところからオファーがありました。
So when I became independent, I was fortunate enough to receive offers from many different people.
で、まあいろんなところあったんですけども、やっぱり自由にものづくりがしたいので、僕のことを理解してくれているところとやりたいなというのはずっとあります。
So I had this many offers, but I wanted to keep my freedom to create exactly what I wanted. So I wanted to work with someone that understood me.
で、アンディさんにお会いして、こんなものを作りたい。
There's no one, so I settled for house over here.
Well, I met with Andy and I told him, this is kind of what I want to do.
普通は、役員室で何十人もいるところでピッチというのを散々やるわけですよ。こういうものをこういう狙いでこんだけ売り上げがあってこんだけで作りますっていうのをしないといけないんですけども。
So normally what you would do after this point is you go into executive meetings and you do a pitch of this is kind of the expected revenue, this is exactly what I'm planning and what kind of target audience I have. That's what would normally happen.
で、その時アンディさんに 2,3 分内容を口頭で言っただけなのに OK っていうので
So I remember at that point I just told Andy maybe 2-3 minutes about what I wanted to do and just told him I didn't have any document and he just said yeah OK
で最初の作品なんでやっぱりアンディさんねだいぶ付き合いも長いですし、信頼関係もあるのでそれで今回のデス・ストランディングができたとアンディさんがいなければ これはなかった、生まれなかったものです。
And
これもこの赤ちゃんも生まれなかった。
And it would be the first work of Kojima Productions in the independent, so it was very important for me. And well, it was all because of Andy. Without Andy, none of this would have been possible. None of this, what you saw, would have been created. None of the baby giving the thumbs up would have been possible.
Was that what that was? The thumbs up? What?
I think maybe a shout out to Herman and Guerrilla Games for Decima is in order. That was really it for questions. Any final thoughts? We've run. I know we needed more cards.
I think we throw it.
throw it to
ちょっといいですか？
Yes.
でアンディさんと一緒にやりましょうということで、まあ。去年の1月ですかね。
So, well, going lunch with Andy last year, I think it was in January.
で企画は考えてたんですけども、テクノロジーが全くないので、エンジンもツールもないので、まあ、その時は事務所もなかったです。
I already had a good idea of what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the technology with me. I didn't have, I didn't even have an office at that time.
Yeah, this is interesting.
友達のマークさんを思い出して、マークさんに相談しました。
Also thought of Mark and discussed with Mark.
でマークさんと1月世界中のスタジオを回って、そこでヘルマンさんと出会って、今の手島エンジンがあると。
And well, went on a tour through all the studios in the world with Mark, and at that point I met with Herman, and well, that's what led to today.
これもよくいろんなところで喋ってますけども、いろんなスタジオを回ってプレゼンテーションを受けました。エンジンはこうだよとか、ツールはこうですよとかっていうのを受けました。
This is something I often mention, but in that tour I went through different studios and I got a presentation of what kind of engine each studio was using, what were the characteristics.
Yeah, this is what I want to know. How did he build his engine so freaking fast?
At that point I had nothing. I think we were 4 people in total at a very small rented office space, but everyone was really, really kind with us.
でゲリラの皆さんはプレゼンテーション終わってで帰ろうとした時に一つの箱をくれたんですね。
And well, Guerrilla made their presentation showing us their engine, and when we were about to leave, they just gave us a small wooden box.
で箱を開けるとそこにゲリラのエンジンのソースコードが全部入ったものが入ってたと。
And well, when we opened the box, there was the whole source code of Guerrilla's engine.
で契約書は交わしてません。とにかく小島さんこれ持って帰ってくれと言われて、もうそこでもう泣きそうになって、もうこことゲームを作りたいってその時思いました。マークさんも同席されてたと思いますけど、はい。
It should be noted that at this point we had no contract, nothing, no boundaries, and they were just like, yeah, go ahead, please use our engine. This almost brought me down to tears, and at that point I made a decision. Okay, this is the people I want to work with. This is also in part thanks to Mark.
デスストランディングっていうゲームのテーマはつながりなんですよね。ストランドというか。
The theme of this, the theme of Death Stranding is connections.
で、最初にアンディさんとソニーさんとのつながりがあって、マークさんとのつながりがあって、ヘルマンさんのつながりがあって、皆さんとのつながりがあって、今ここにデスストランディングが紹介できるっていうの非常に嬉しく思います。ありがとうございます。
It started with a connection with me and Andy that led to a connection with Mark and that led to a connection with.
That's a really interesting story.
And that led to a connection with all the people in here, and that all those connections led to having Death Stranding here today. So I want to thank everyone for this.
That's pretty crazy that Guerrilla just said, "Hey, here's our engine. Use it."
Thank you, gentlemen.
Kind of an awkward way to end that segment, but it's interesting to hear at least.
Fun night, huh? Just get some old friends together, just hang out, getting to be holiday times. I love spending time with friends and family, and I count a lot of you among that. I mean, it's like a game development super group is stacked up on here. Just one huge name after another. Thank you so much for all of
We
you.
could start a musical act together. This would be wonderful, I think.
It would be incredible. What kind of game would we make if we made a game together? That's what I want to know.
We would make Death Stranding in dreams.
And it would ship in 2018.
And I still would not understand it.
Tori's on fire today.
There would be a story
Yes, indeed. There'd be a great
that you'll understand at the very end.
It would come in under budget.
Well under budget.
Well,
I'm sure.
And early. like
Sean
all those
Layden.
things, all the things that happen.
That seriously is in your dreams.
Anyway, PlayStation Experience is just such a special time, and we have an incredible weekend lined up for everybody here. We've got all those big panels I was talking about earlier. Naughty Dog's bringing it, Sucker Punch is bringing it, Media Molecule's bringing it, and of course, tons and tons and tons of playable PS4 and PSVR titles. Lots of stuff to play. I mean, Far Cry 5's at the top of my list. You're going to be able to play Firewall Zero Hour. That's the new PlayStation VR game we announced earlier. Shadow of the Colossus, seriously, it's the third time I've said it, I know. Absolutely gorgeous. It's going to make your eyes pop out of your head. And then don't forget, we've got Capcom Cup on Sunday as
Capcom
well.
Cup.
That's going to be a lot of fun, too. That's going to be right here. I truly think it is our biggest PlayStation experience yet, and I hope you all agree when you get out there on the show floor tomorrow. Before we wrap up, though, Sean, there's been something I've been meaning to mention to you.
Way down here, all by myself on the stage.
Way down there. That's right. That's right. There's this this thing with this shirt. You know, I see it kind of peeking out there out of your.
Let's see it. What is it?
What's the deal with that?
It's got to be a Bloodborne shirt, right?
Can we get a look?
So we kind of, it's this kind of tradition sort of happened by accident, and that I would wear a shirt on stage at PSX, which would give an indication of kind of games to come in the future, things I want.
Man, I called this.
There was the infamous Crash Bandicoot T-shirt experience, but it led our friends and partners at Activision to bring out Crash Bandicoot again, which is one of the biggest, one of our most successful titles this year. We've done that with Ratchet. We've done that with Wipeout, and now we have Wipeout VR coming.
Bib Ribbon.
Yep. And so
Did they do that with?
this shirt? Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, I don't exactly recognize it.
That's a grave, sir.
Medieval.
Can you tell it? What is that? Anyone know what that is?
It says Sir Dan. So I've been getting a lot of feedback about the title Medieval. It's a really important title.
I remember this game.
My personal journey.
I never played it.
We worked on that when I moved to London. We would like to bring it back on PlayStation 4. We think Sir Daniel needs one more resurrection, and this is the time to do it. Thank everyone for sending their suggestions to me. Serendipitously, I'd already had this one baking in the oven, and then I saw all the pressure coming in, so I thought this was a great time to bring it out and to talk about it.
Should we roll the video?
You guys want to see a video? Let's do that.
Well, he's back. Finally, you can prove yourself as warrior. Greetings, stranger. I'm dead. What do you want? You fleshless.
That's not much of a video. It's very.
Medieval's coming to PS4. That's awesome.
One more thing. This shirt will also be available in the PS Store for the next 2 days at PlayStation Experience. And all proceeds from the sale of the Sir Daniel Resurrection shirt will go to Able Gamers. So please, everybody, grab one of these shirts over the next 2 days.
Fantastic stuff. So, hey, I want to thank all of our panelists. Thanks to all of you. It's been an honor. This is an incredible bunch. You guys have been great. We have an incredible weekend planned for all of you. Coming up next is Greg Miller with Kinda Funny. We're going to take a very short intermission, but we're just getting started, so stay with us.
Be sure to stick around.
So I feel like that's the end, right?